Okay, now the question is, why do men expect more from women for sharing housing than other men? You see, when a man wants to accommodate a woman, you know, he expects more from her. He expects her to clean. He expects her to cook. He expects her to do literally everything. Sometimes he collects money. That's some men that go ahead to say 50-50, all in the name of relationship, all in the name of she's my girlfriend or I'm going to marry you. But then he can also house another man, maybe in a different room. He won't expect much from the man. In fact, if the man decides not to clean, he's not bothered. If there's no food in the kitchen, he's not bothered. But the energy they put in for another woman, they see women as slaves. I'm going to go ahead and roll this clip for you all to watch to the end, and I'll be back to share my own thoughts at the end of the video.
Why is it that if a man shares his home with a woman, he expects her to be his servant, but if a buddy wants to rent a room, he'll charge him a set amount of money? Here's the interesting thing. Men are unfair in this because they do not realize that by expecting a woman to clean their house, perform all of those activities in the bedroom, and then share the same room, you see, that is a much shittier deal than if they were to just rent a room. Legitimately speaking, think of it like this. I know people who've done this with their buddies. They'd be like, okay, I'm going to rent a room. He can't make it, so I ask him 3 times a week to clean up, picks up after everybody, cleans the dishes, does the vacuuming, does everything else. And he realizes it's cheaper to just have the guy staying in the spare room. And the guy has his own space, okay? His own space, his own bed. So he has that room, and 3 times a week, he cleans, just like he was a maidservant, right? Okay, because the guy knows that doing that, if he was to hire a housekeeper, it's actually more expensive than if he just had his buddy do it. His buddy's like, fine, okay. Now, same dude, if he brought in a woman, would expect her to share a bed, not have her own personal space, but to share it with him. So she doesn't even get her space. Has to do all kinds of activities that are going to cost a lot if you hire a professional in that bedroom, if you know what I'm saying. Plus, clean up the same amount, if not more so. And then on top of that, cook him meals. And then turns around and thinks, well, that's because I'm giving this woman a place to live. But the very same dynamic, if you did it to a friend, would be much less work, and you get your own bedroom. Why is it that men think this way and then don't realize the deal they're getting, or do they? But why do we treat women so shittily? Shouldn't we be treating the people who are doing the bedroom activities and then also maybe making us some nice meals? Shouldn't they be getting like queen treatment versus complained about? I don't know. What do you think?
When you see a man that has a house and is lazy or is a very dirty person, the first thing that he's going to do, or people are going to advise him to do, is get a woman to do the cleaning and everything in the house. So once you get the woman to do all the cooking and cleaning and everything, what else? What else is remaining? What else? Let's listen to what people have to say in the comment section. I do all the cooking and cleaning and bedroom activities, but didn't even get a card for my birthday. And that's just bare minimum. You see a woman putting all the work, try to make you happy, tries to put everybody first before herself. But when it comes to people putting her first, or people that she does all those sacrifices for, especially a man, she doesn't even get the bare minimum at all. When I, the only one working, wanted my own room in our 3-bedroom house, my ex-husband took the door off the hinge and raised everything. I went there to read. My ex not only did this, but expected me to clean up after the roommate too. This really needs to go into Men's For You page. To be honest, men, they need to see this, and I feel like they know what they are doing. And I know they know what they are doing. They know what they are doing. That is why most of them can only live with a man. They cannot live without a woman. If you've been following me, you remember a video I posted sometimes last year where the girl she came out to our TikTok page to say that she lived with a man for I think 4 days and she has to send him out. And she could not handle it. What happened? He was having accommodation issue, and because of their friends, she told him, okay, you can come to my place, no problem. Do you know that this lady goes to work, come back home, and this guy has been at home doing nothing? Of course, that's in a state, so he doesn't have a job there. And he expected her to come back home and cook. You have been in the house since morning doing nothing. You expect someone that is housing you, paying the bills, to come back from work, then enter the kitchen and start cooking. Those kind of men, when you marry them, you will see shege. And shege means you see problem, you see trouble. You see trouble because they don't understand why a woman shouldn't cook, a woman shouldn't stress herself, even though she's earning a living, even though she's not. In fact, you will see husband and wife goes to work. The husband comes back before the wife, and the husband will wait for the wife to come back from work to make dinner. And then some people say it is not, we should not say it is slave. It is slavery and it is free labor. Because if you're paying for something like that, I feel like you would value it more than because you're getting it for free. Don't get me wrong. So women just like to slave for their men. It's fine. Everyone with the way they want to do it. But the way men expect, even some women that do not want it, the way they expect that it's supposed to be a norm, it's not supposed to be a norm. You will see men saying, I helped you to wash the dishes. I helped you to do the cleaning today. I helped you look after the child. You helped who? The moment men start realizing that they are supposed to take care of themselves as well, and one of the ways is by washing dishes, cooking. You don't have to expect a woman to do everything for you. The moment your brain is telling you that it's a woman that's supposed to do something for you, then there's a problem. Because if the woman doesn't do it and she's like, so you know what, today I'm not doing it, there's a problem. And these men, they want traditional women, but they're not ready to be a traditional man. These men, they want women to slave for them. They want women to slave for them so hard, but they're not ready to provide. Those kind of marriages, or those kind of our ancestors that they want to, that they want to copy, they were working so hard. These men are not ready to work so hard to make so much money. So far, you as a woman, you're already making the money that you are bringing in money. They'll start telling you 50-50. And I don't understand why by some women, you are doing most of the work in the house. You are raising kids, you're working, and you are doing 50-50. In case you see a man trying to talk to you or trying to get to know you, and he's like, my house feels empty, I need a woman in the house. He needs a slave in the house. Because maybe he has seen that if I have a woman in this house, there'll be food steady. I hear men say it, so that's why I keep saying this. I hear them say that, and it's a norm. And not just one man, I hear them say it, that they want a woman to be in the house. They want to have a woman in the house because probably they go home one day from work and there was no food, or they had to make noodles, or they had to just eat something very fast, quick, and there was no good food in their own. Like, there was no good food. The next thing that comes to their head is, I need to get married. I need a woman in this house. The first thing what is supposed to get to their head is, I need to get a cook. I need to get other food, or as in, I need to, try to make food a weekend to stock in the freezer and all of that. The first thing that comes to their head is, I need a woman in this house. Okay, this is like a pillow talk night. I'm about to sleep and I saw this video on my page. I decided to talk about it and post it here on YouTube. Alright, let me know your thoughts about this video down in the comment section, and thank you all so much for sticking around to this point. I hope you enjoyed this video. Kindly put your thoughts and your comments down in the comment section, and I'll see you all in my next one.